Hi, welcome back to Glow with Shelly. Today's video is going to be all of my faves and fails for the last couple of months. I love trying new things, and you guys know I try a ton of new things. I'm always trying something, trying to make my skin better, trying to make it look better. I like to share that with you so you can see what I've tried and see what I haven't tried, and then you can try it if I like it, and if I don't like it, maybe you'll pass on it if you were thinking about trying it. So these videos are always so much fun to do. Probably my favorite videos to do are my faves and fails. So let's get into it. Remember, this channel is all about glowing up, transformative skincare, flawless makeup, and a lifestyle to match. If that resonates with you, hit subscribe. Don't forget to ring the notification bell. I want you to know when I post future videos. Okay, so I'm so excited about this video because it is my faves and fails. I really buy a lot of stuff pretty much throughout the month to try to like make my skin look better, or even like makeup products that I try, and I try a lot. I pay for these out of my own pocket. It does get expensive. I'm not gonna lie about that. So I definitely love sharing these with you. These are some of my favorite videos to do because I can steer you clear of some of the like trending TikTok products. I really do need to get on there and watch those products and give them a try because there's so many TikTok products that are just like trash, and so many people promoting them because they just want to get views or whatever, and it's like the latest thing, and so they'll jump on the bandwagon and do these videos, and half of them, I swear, it's like the products are not as good when you buy them. I mean, remember the e.l.f. Halo Illuminator facial whatever it was? That stuff did not look good on, unless you were 20. But I think all the people using it on TikTok were 20, so of course it looked good on them. But it was one of those things that when people actually tried it, they were like, wait a minute, this is not as great as like it looks like on TikTok. So that is what I'm here for. That is why I do the faves and fails. So let me tell you a little bit about what I tried this month. So I went back, and I always like to talk to you about the things that I tried again or the things that I'm using currently, because I took this out of my skincare routine for a little while and then it found its way back. The reason it found its way back is because of something else I tried. So let me tell you about it, okay? It's so suspenseful, right? So I started using in my regular skincare routine, morning and night skincare routine, I started using my Nambuzen toner again. This is the Super Glowing Essence. This Nambuzen is a Korean brand. It's an amazing essence. If you haven't tried this, you really need to. It's like $20, $19.98 I think on Amazon. It's in my Amazon store. I'll link all of that in the Amazon store. This stuff is amazing, and I've even been using it. So I cosmetically needled twice this week, and I used it for cosmetic needling as well, and it's just amazing. It has so many good things in it, and it's super clean. I think it has like maybe one ingredient that's like kind of fragrancy, but mainly it's like fermented rice. It's got a whole host of probiotic ingredients in here that are so amazing for your skin. And I've been lately kind of getting into this probiotic on the skin thing because I'm getting into probiotics for the body. I do eat a lot of yogurt, and like I'm trying to like up my fermented foods. And so this is a fermented food for your face, which does wonders for your face, for your face's microbiome, keeping your skin healthy, making sure that it's glowing. This stuff is amazing. So I have to plug this again because I took it out of my skincare routine for a minute and then I put it back in, and I'm like, why did I even stop? Like, why did I try? Oh, it was because I wanted to try some other stuff. That's why I took it out. Well, it's back in and it's amazing. And I've tried other toners, and I can't find one that's as good as that. I did try Kang Yu toner, and this is also a Korean brand. This is a super clean toner. I think it only has like, I want to say just a super small amount of ingredients when I looked it up on the ingredient checker, which I was shocked. It's really good. It's super hydrating. It's kind of like a gel essence. So in the same way that Nambuzen is that gel, this is also kind of a gel essence. So it has a little bit of like slipperiness to it, like bulk. Whereas this one is like a more watery one, Sukiyaka. See how it's like more watery? This one has a little bit more girth to it, like a little bit more viscosity to it. The Nambuzen is just, I mean, it is amazing. It has like so much girth to it. It's like, it's literally like the fat water. Fenty has a toner that's called Fat Water Toner, and it's amazing. I think it's an amazing toner. I still think this one is better, especially considering that Fat Water from Fenty is literally like $50. So this one is only $20. Win-win either way. But the Kang Yu is really good as well. Not only does it have fermented rice in it, but I do believe that it also has green tea extract in it. So this one is a good one too. This one is, I think, a little bit more expensive. No, actually it's the same price. So it's about $18.15 is what it costs on Amazon. And I have this on my store too. This is a great toner. Even though I have been cosmetically needling with this one is definitely cleaner for cosmetic needling because there's not a lot of ingredients in it. So keep that in mind. They're both great toners. This one still, hands down, top essence next to the Sukiyaka, which is still those are still my two favorites. So, but I did give that other one a try and it did really well. So you guys know that I'm constantly like telling you about the Nuface that I don't use, okay? I feel like I say this a lot. So I do have a Nuface. My fiance was nice and purchased me a Nuface. I really do like it. When I use it, I can see an immediate kind of lifting effect. It's time consuming. Okay, it's really time consuming, and that's part of the reason why I don't use it that much. I do use it a lot on my under eyes. So I'll do that even if I don't do anything else with my Nuface. A couple of times a week, I'll definitely do the eye attachment. And I showed you that like in another video. So Nuface's gel is like really expensive. It's like 50 bucks, I think. 50 bucks, right? For a little container of it. It's so expensive. And I am paying for all this stuff on my own. So I'm like, I need to find a gel that's just as good as the Nuface gel, but maybe not as expensive, because I'm sure my viewers would like that. I know I would. So I did run into this Indulge Me Gel Primer Touch of Gold. This has amazing stuff in it. So it has gold extract, it has seaweed extract, it has Centella Asiatica, it has like amino acids, it has glycerin, it has aloe. So one of the main ingredients in here is aloe. And if you know anything about aloe, you can use it as a gel primer. So this is a gel primer. It's on Amazon. I'll link it in my Amazon store. Like I'll put a little Nuface thing in there and I'll link it on my Amazon store. So it's actually $25.97. So it's a lot cheaper than the stuff that you get. And it's a much bigger bottle. So you get like 6 ounces of it, which is a lot. You can also use just aloe gel with your Nuface. But when I was watching an interview with the person who created the Nuface, was it the person who created the Nuface? It may have been a person who created a different like device. They were talking about the stuff that's in the gels is really important because of the way that the microcurrent works. Some of that is going to get into your skin. Like some of it gets under, like it can actually break through and get in, which is very rare for anything to be able to penetrate your skin that's a certain molecular weight. But apparently with the way that you're doing the Nuface, some of those ingredients will penetrate. And so the fact that this has so many good ingredients that you wouldn't mind getting into your skin. So if this did get into your skin, it wouldn't be a bad thing. And it does a lot more than just an aloe gel. So this to me, I feel like has a lot of really great ingredients, and it's a gel primer, and it's about half the cost of the gel primers that you get from Nuface. So I tried this. It's definitely good. I did feel a little bit of a shocking occasionally, and I'm not sure if maybe this just wasn't the right consistency. I am gonna try a different aloe gel and tell you. It may have been that I had my Nuface turned up way too high because I have a tendency to hit that boost button just because I'm like, ooh, I want to really get in there and get it. I'm kind of crazy when it comes to my skin. Like I want it to be perfect. And you remember your skin will never be perfect. But this is a really good gel and definitely one I recommend. Give it a try. It's half the cost. Let me know if you have another gel that you like in the comment box and I'll give it a try. I'm always looking for a new gel primer for my Nuface. Okay, so I did give the CeraVe Skin Renewing Nightly Exfoliating Treatment a try. This is amazing. It has 3 essential ceramides. It has two different types of AHAs. So it has glycolic acid and it has lactic acid. This stuff is so gentle. I can pretty much do it every single night, except the nights that I cosmetically needle or I do a chemical peel. I don't do these. Man, it's just amazing. I woke up the next morning and my face definitely felt firmer. It felt kind of like tighter and just really, really nice. But soft at the same time. So when I put this on, right after that, I put on my tretinoin. And then I leave it for 20 minutes and then I put like a hydrating moisturizer on top of it. It is, oh my gosh, so amazing. So one of my friends who's an esthetician, she's the one that recommended this to me. And I was using a 10% glycolic acid toner. And I would wipe that on, let it dry fully, and then I would go in with my essence and then all my other skincare stuff. And then I'd let that dry and then I'd put on my tretinoin. With this, I just go straight in with my essences and my Matrixyl, and I let that dry down, and then I put this on top of it, and then I put on my tretinoin, and then I let that dry down for about 20 minutes, and then I put my moisturizer on. Guys, I'm talking, this is a game changer, because if you have struggle with AHAs and using AHAs, this has 3 ceramides in it that will really help restore your skin barrier so that you don't have so much dryness and irritation related to using AHAs. And especially if you're using a retinol or a retinaldehyde or a tretinoin afterwards, this is going to be one that you could potentially use with that almost every night and maybe not have so much irritation. Now, remember, when you're using any kind of AHAs, if you're using them with a retinol or a retinaldehyde or a tretinoin, it's going to take a little bit for your skin to acclimate to that, to adjust to that. So you have to introduce both of those very slowly, separately, and then build them together, if that makes any sense. If you want to know more on that, I have a wonderful video on how to introduce AHAs into your skincare routine. Check that out because you're going to want to do that. This is a great one. And guess what? This one is so cheap. It's only $19.38. And I listed it in my Amazon store, so feel free to go check that out. This was a fave. Definitely a fave. Okay, so what else did I try? I tried so many things. I just want to plug my wonderful masks that I love so much because I do a lot of masks and I get a lot of questions about when do I do masks and when do I not do masks. I'm going to have to do a video on just my facial masks because I use one probably 2 or 3 times a week. I think they're just amazing. It's like going and getting a facial from like from an actual skin, you know, like when you, like our grandmothers used to go to the spa and they would like get their face done and they would get their hair done and they would like, you know, get their facial treatments. And we don't do that stuff anymore. Like the only people that really do that are like stars who make like tons of money, right? But we want to treat ourselves just as if we're a star and we make tons of money. So I do want to plug some of the masks that I've used this week. So the first set of masks that I have, and this is 3 of them. These come in a pack called Dermal, and I get these on Amazon. These are really good. These run for $16.99 for a pack of 24. Believe it or not, I was actually shocked at the quality of these for the price because I buy much more expensive masks. I use these post-chemical peel, which I love to do, post-chemical peel. I just think they feel so good. And I usually use like an aloe or something soothing post-chemical peel. Sometimes I'll use like a firming one as well, post-chemical peel, but I love to use these. And for $16.99 for a pack of 24 with such good quality, I was really surprised. These are a Korean brand, and you can kind of see on the back, all of the stuff is in Korean. And even on the front, it's like all in Korean. The quality is just amazing. And like I said, super cheap. I'll put those in my Amazon store under face masks. Okay, so the other mask that I tried this past month is I've been giving the Aceology Frosé Infusion Gel Masks a try as well. So these retail for $64, so they're a little bit more pricey. There is a pack, they are a pack of 4. So I used 2 of these out of the pack. So I have 2 left. These have a rich blend of botanicals, rose petals, and they're supposed to be hydrating, soothing, and replenishing. And they're supposed to kind of like give the skin a reduced redness and aid in recovery from environmental stresses. Definitely an amazing mask. Definitely one of my faves. I love Aceology masks, y'all. I think these are probably like some of them, like my go-to masks. I have tons of Aceology masks. I love them. And I love the Aceology peel masks, even though I can't really say that peel masks are good for your skin anymore. My fiance loves Aceology peel masks. He's been using up my stock of peel masks because I stopped using them for like a long time because it was like, oh, they're not as good as like enzymatic or chemical. So I stopped using physical exfoliants totally. So he's been using up all my masks and he loves them. He's constantly asking, like, I'm like, do you want to do a mask? He's like, I want to do the mask that you peel off. And I'm like, really? You don't want to do a face mask? He's like, no, I want a mask that you peel off. And I'm like, okay, well, I will use this up then because I don't think it's very good. He seems to like the physical act of exfoliating. Maybe it's a guy thing. I don't know. He likes the physical act of peeling them off. And he says the skin looks fresher underneath. I said it looks fresher underneath because you don't exfoliate regularly. That's why it looks fresher underneath. Not because of the mask. But he is a man. Great masks, both great price points. The $16.99 is going to be more economical, and I think really almost as good as I can't say they're as good as, like, Aceology is amazing. If you can afford the Aceology, get the Aceology. But these masks, like, literally are amazing too. So, like, don't feel like you have to buy a $64 set of 4 masks. You can get a $16.99 set of 24, and these are going to be just as good, and they'll last you for like a whole couple of months, 2 months, as opposed to this, it's like literally like 2 weeks maybe. What else did I try? So I did try the Herbivore Supernova Vitamin C and Caffeine Brightening Eye Cream. This retails for $48. As you can see, I didn't use a whole lot of it. It was good. The consistency, and I always like to show you guys, the consistency was nice and thick and definitely felt like it gave some hydration. Okay. The problem is it was just like any other eye cream and it retails for $48. So for $48, I used this for a couple of weeks. I didn't really see much of an improvement in brightness or openness of my eyes at all. Not my favorite eye cream, so this one has to be a fail. I do like Herbivore products. I just think it's a little pricey for what it gives. So you could do any kind of eye cream or any kind of moisturizer and it'd probably be just as good as this. It does have a lot of really great stuff in it. So not really a fail, but not necessarily a fave either. So I also tried the JLo Beauty's That Fresh Take eye cream, and let me show you what it looks like inside, because so here's what it looks like. It's kind of a thicker cream. And I just take a little bit out and I kind of put it on my fingers and then I dot it under well, I use my ring fingers because that's what you're supposed to use. But it's kind of thicker. And I'm telling you guys that this stuff really felt like it firmed up my under eyes big time. I mean, I couldn't even believe how nice and firming this actually felt on my under eyes. It retails for $48, so it's a little bit more expensive, but it's a really good eye cream. I still think my Cosrx Snail Mucin is amazing, and I have to say my under eyes have not looked as good since I stopped using it to try all these other under eye things. I'm gonna go back to the Snail Mucin because it really just takes my bags and my under eye dark circles, everything away. But I'm going to try to use it with this because I really do like this one a ton. I think it has a lot of great ingredients in it. I was surprised. I liked this as much as I did. But it really felt like it firmed up my under eyes. My under eyes felt more hydrated throughout the day and less prone to getting fine lines in my makeup. The other thing that I tried is the Skinfix Barrier Triple Lipid Boost 360 Eye from Skinfix, and this actually retails for $44. It's a little bit less, It's a little bit creamier than even the JLo That Fresh Take, but it's so hydrating. So this is definitely one I've been using in the evening time, especially after I cosmetically needle or I do like a chemical peel or something like that. This is one I use and it is amazing. But like I said, the snail mucin is amazing too, and I think just as good. And I still like the CeraVe under eye treatment cream. I think it's great for $16. So you definitely don't have to buy a $44 eye cream, but this is gonna end up in my faves because I do like it a lot, and I also like the JLo one as well. Okay, so what else did I try? Because I've tried so much. I tried the Dermalactives Elastin and Collagen Rejuvenation Energizing Body Lotion. This retails for $29. I hated this. I actually hated it. It was in my fails, and my last fails video I shot, and it turned out the lighting was horrifying. Like, it was just so bad. The lighting was terrible because I changed my setup. I don't know if you noticed, but I did change my setup a little bit and change the lights, and it was bad. So because of that, I ended up scrapping the video, which is good because I ran out of my other body lotion. And when I run out of a lotion, I usually go out and buy it. Guys, I buy all my own stuff and it does get expensive, okay? So I was like, I have this Dermalactives. I don't like it, but it's there. So I'm just gonna use it because I don't take things back. I mean, you can return things, that is true. But when I'm buying things for my channel, I just don't return them because I like to put them in my like faves and fails videos, and I like to physically hold them so you can see them. Occasionally I'll throw up a picture, but I really like to physically have the product. Plus that just shows you, hey, I have purchased this, I have tried it. And by the way, nothing appears on my channel that I haven't actually purchased or tried. Sometimes I just throw things away, or I throw away, like I either throw away the container, or like if it's something I hated, sometimes I'll go ahead and return it because I'm just like, no, I'm not gonna even use this again. And so then I'll throw up a picture on my faves and fails. But this one I was like, it's not, eh. Okay, so this one was, I loved what was in it, and I hate the smell. Hate it. And when you look at the ingredient deck, it has fragrance in it. Like, it's literally a fragrance. It says the final ingredients is fragrance. Look at my face. I don't want fragrance. Okay. So I didn't think that this would be good, but it has so many great things in it. Like, it has olive oil and safflower oil and shea butter and retinol and vitamin C and vitamin A and collagen peptide. It's got like so many great things in it. So I gave it a try, and I have been using it as my regular body lotion because you guys know every 2 days. So I'll do like an exfoliating body lotion, and then the next 2 days I use like a regular lotion, and then I go back to my exfoliating body lotion, and then I use a regular lotion for 2 days, and then I do my exfoliating. So that is how I rotate it. Y'all, my skin feels so soft. Like, this is kind of amazing. Like, I woke up the next morning and it's like, oh my, really? Like, really? That being said, if you don't like fragrance, you will not like this. But I was shocked at how good my skin felt. Now, I don't know if it's because they like put alcohol in it, and I don't know. There's no alcohol in it, by the way. I'm looking at the ingredients while I'm talking to you. But sometimes like alcohol can kind of make your skin feel temporarily softer. It's a trick cosmetic companies use. They sometimes put alcohol in their stuff to make your skin absorb it more, because alcohol is actually a conduit. It makes us absorb stuff more. So whatever this formula is, it's pretty darn good, because this stuff made my skin feel amazing. And I hate the smell. So if you don't like fragrances, you are not gonna like this. You are not gonna like this at all. But I will tell you, it's not a favorite, but it can't be a fail anymore. Y'all, this smells perfumey. Like, you just need to walk through the store, pick up a Dermalactives, and just give it a whiff. Tell me what you think. You know that like old school, like 90s baby powder perfumey smell? That's the smell. But you know what? I'm going to keep using it. I am, because it made my skin feel good. And I probably won't buy it again though. That's the difference. And I think this was actually sent to me in Ipsy. So I do get a lot of products sent to me through Ipsy. So I pay for the subscription and I get to try a lot of like newer products. So that's kind of cool. But no, that has to be a no. Oh, back to eyes. I have used the Topology. I've been trying the Topology eye patches. And this is the Black Caviar eye patches, these hydrogel eye patches. I've been using them morning and night. Definitely see a difference in the hydration level of my eyes. I've only been using them for about a week. So these patches run anywhere from $36 to $48. The Black Caviar ones I'm holding right now are $48, but the Restoring Under Eye Patch is $39. That's the daytime one. And then the Replenishing Nighttime Patch is $36. So they're different price points. This one is the one I use when I'm cosmetically needling. And these are the ones that I use day and night. So what I've been doing with these is rotating them. So I use one morning, and then the next night I'll use a night patch. Then the next morning I'll use a morning patch. The next night I'll use a night patch. Anytime that I'm cosmetically needling or I am doing a chemical peel, I'll use the Black Caviar. That's kind of how I've been using them. I do like these a lot. I think they're a great little eye patch. A little bit on the pricey side, especially if you're talking about using them frequently like I've been using them. But if you do struggle with your under eyes, that's an option. I definitely think the Snail Mucin also is amazing. So I'm just gonna plug the Snail Mucin again. Check out my Snail Mucin video if you haven't had a chance to check that out. It talks about the Cosrx Snail Mucin and why I love it so very much. Okay, final product that I want to talk about. Actually, this is not my final product, but this is one I've given a try. It's the Aloe Glow System Luminizing Facial Moisturizer. It has like so many botanicals in it. It has so many amazing powerhouse ingredients, including vitamin C. This actually felt pretty darn amazing, and no scent. No scent. So this is a nice, thick, very ceramide heavy, occlusive moisturizer that just really glided on nicely. It has some beautiful like oils in here, some like hemp seed oils and some other oils. I think it has jojoba oil. Definitely was a nice moisturizer. This retails for $48 as well. It's a little bit on the pricier side for a moisturizer, but one that's really good. I still love my Lipicar from La Roche-Posay, and that one is a pretty cheap one, $20 for a giant container. So the last thing that I want to talk about is my curling iron, because y'all have seen I have my hair done differently. So I went ahead and got the Bio-Ionic Long Barrel Styler 1-inch curling iron, and I was using the 1.5-inch curling iron prior to this, and I just got this one. I was so excited. So let me tell you the story of how I got this curling iron, because I did not buy this curling iron. Believe it or not, I did not purchase this curling iron. This is a $150 curling iron. So I was in line at Ulta, and listen y'all, I buy my own products, so they get expensive. And when I say I buy my own products, I work in education, okay? So we don't make a lot of money in education, like at all. So that being said, these products are expensive. And so sometimes what I'll do is I'll start feeling guilty. I really will, that I'm like, because my fiance buys a lot of my stuff. So I start feeling guilty, and we were in line at Ulta one day, and I really wanted to get this curling iron, but we had just gotten back from White House Black Market, which is one of my favorite clothing stores, and he bought me this pretty shirt, see that I'm wearing right now, and he got me some other shirts, and like I felt bad because I'm like, I wanted to get the curling iron, and I knew I wanted the curling iron when I walked into the store. So I walked back to look at the curling iron. I was like, $150? Like, so I was like, never mind, I'm not gonna get it. So I was standing in line in front of this lady, and he was like, are you okay, babe? And I was like, I'm fine. And he's like, what's wrong? Are you sad? And I was like, maybe a little. And he's like, why? And I was like, because I really wanted to get that curling iron. And he was like, just get the curling iron. And I was like, no, because it's $150. And I just bought clothes and I really don't, I'm like, I feel bad sometimes because these products get expensive and I try so many new products every month and he pays for them just so I can bring them to you guys. Well, we both pay for them, but really, like, this is a lot of money, you know? It's not super cheap to do this. And so I was like feeling bad and I was like, no, I feel bad. I just like, let's just not, because I don't need it. And the truth is I didn't need the curling iron. I had a perfectly great 1.5-inch curling iron. I just wanted to do my hair differently. I was like, you know, I'm getting tired of having the same style. I want to make it kind of, you know, tighter waves, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, this lady was standing behind us. And she was like from England or something. It was wild. So anyway, she hears me. She overhears me. She's like she is literally listening to our conversation right there in Ulta. Okay. And she's like, she looks at me and finally goes, get the curling iron, like that. And I just started laughing and I was like, you think, she goes, oh my goodness, you're so lovely, dear. You're so lovely. You should get whatever your heart desires. So we went back and got the curling iron. So we're standing in line with it. And then the lady from Ulta, the lady that was behind us in line, because we had to come back up and get back in line, right? And the lady that was behind us was up at the counter, whatever. The girl from the counter comes over and she literally confiscates my curling iron. I'm like, what the heck is going on? I thought maybe it was because my fiance has full sleeve tattoos. And so maybe they thought we were trying to steal it. So it's like, are they being like judgy? Like, are they judging? Like, why are they taking the curling iron? What did we do? We were just standing there holding it. I literally was clueless. This lady bought my curling iron. She bought me a curling iron. Like, just a random stranger at Ulta just purchased me a $150 curling iron. I did nothing. And the lady said she was just very nice. She was like, she's just so nice. She just wanted to buy you the curling iron. She thought you needed it. And I was like, I cannot believe. And I mean, I was fully ready to pay for this curling. It's not like we're not poor. We could pay $150 for a curling iron. But I was blown away that a random stranger would do that to me. So this is a big thank you to that lady. If she happens to ever be watching, I was the woman that was standing behind you that you said was so lovely, and you purchased me a curling iron, and I want to say thank you. I really appreciate it. I've been using it every day, and I just feel terrible that I mean, I feel terrible, but I feel like I thought it was amazing. Like, she was so sweet. So that is my story about the curling iron. So I did try, and you know what? I love the 1-inch waves. I just think they look so pretty and I do love the 1-inch curling irons. These long barrel curling irons, if you have long hair, you need to give these long barrel curling irons a try. They are huge. The barrel is amazing. It is so long, you can just like get in there and kind of twist around and pull it down. And it's so easy to work with when you have a long barrel. So if you haven't tried the long barrels, I definitely suggest that you try it. This curling iron retails for $150. It's an amazing curling iron, one of my favorites. I love the Bio-Ionics. I have the 1.5-inch as well. My favorite curling irons. And I can't believe that somebody purchased that curling iron for me. Okay, so the last thing I tried, so the curling iron, awesome. Just amazing. There are great people out there. Keep that in mind. Okay, so the last thing I tried, and I just want to say this was a big fail. This was the Ultra Lifting EGF Ampoule from Landbell. Remember I told you guys I was going to try this? Well, just like the Claire's, this one was a fail. And you can see I only used a very little bit. I was using it every single day. It kind of has like, just like a really watery consistency, not even oily, just very watery. Maybe a slight oil there. Anyway, I just didn't see a difference. I did it every single day and night, probably for like, I want to say 3 weeks, and I just didn't see much of an impact. This retails for $52.99, so it's a little bit more expensive, and I felt like it was a little bit too expensive for what it did, which was essentially nothing. I didn't see any difference in my skin. I didn't notice any difference in my collagen or elastin, the way my skin felt. And I did give this one a pretty good try, 3 weeks. All right, so there you have it, my faves and fails for early winter. I hope you liked this video. You guys know I love shooting these, and let me know in the comment box, what have you tried this season? What do you like? What are you crushing on? What is definitely going away for you? Was an absolute fail? Have you tried any of these products? Do you like them? If so, let me know, and I will see you next time on Glow Up with Shelly.